Welcome back and thank you for tuning into Reddit Cheating Stories. We appreciate every single one of you. We love to know what part of the world are you watching from right now. Let's dive into today's story. The small town of Oakdale, nestled in the heart of America, was a place where everyone knew each other's names, where children played safely in the streets, and where the annual summer fair was the highlight of the year. It was a place where dreams were made, and memories were forged. But beneath the idyllic facade, secrets lurked, waiting to be uncovered. Ethan Thompson, a successful financial advisor, and his wife, Ava Morales, a talented artist, had built a life that exuded perfection. Their beautiful home, nestled on a quiet street, was a testament to their hard work and dedication. Their 10-year-old son, Lucas, was the center of their universe, and they had always put his needs before their own. But as the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, Ava began to feel suffocated by the constraints of her role as a wife and mother. She felt like she was losing herself in the process of raising a family. Her artistic passion, once a source of joy, had become a distant memory, replaced by the monotony of suburban life. It was on a typical Wednesday afternoon that Ava's life took a dramatic turn. While attending a local art gallery opening, she met Julian Blackwood, a charismatic stranger with piercing blue eyes and a captivating smile. He was a free spirit, a traveler who had seen the world and had stories to tell. Ava was immediately drawn to Julian's adventurous spirit, and they struck up a conversation that lasted long after the gallery had closed. As they talked, Ava felt a spark of excitement that she hadn't felt in years. She couldn't help but wonder what it would be like to leave her mundane life behind and explore the world with Julian. Over the next few weeks, Ava and Julian's chance encounter blossomed into a whirlwind romance. They would meet in secret, stealing away to hidden corners of the town, where they would laugh, talk, and explore each other's passions. As Ava's affair with Julian intensified, she began to pull away from her family. She would spend hours locked in her studio, painting and dreaming of the life she could have with Julian. Ethan, oblivious to his wife's infidelity, attributed her distant behavior to stress and exhaustion. But Ava's deception went far beyond a simple affair. She had been secretly draining the family's savings, wiping out the college fund she had painstakingly built with Ethan for their son's future. The money was gone, transferred to a secret account, leaving the family's financial security in shambles. As Ava's betrayal came to light, Ethan's world was turned upside down. He felt like he had been punched in the gut, unable to breathe or think. How could the woman he loved, the mother of his child, betray him so callously? The days that followed Ava's betrayal were a blur of tears, anger, and confusion. Ethan struggled to come to terms with the destruction of their family, while Lucas was left reeling from the loss of his mother. As the reality of their situation set in, Ethan realized that he had to be strong for his son. He took on the role of both mother and father, working tirelessly to provide for Lucas's physical and emotional needs. But it was Lucas, the 10-year-old boy who had been caught in the crossfire of his parents' unraveling marriage, who would prove to be the catalyst for healing and redemption. With a wisdom beyond his years, Lucas looked up at his father and said, "Dad, we'll get through this together. We'll rebuild our lives, and we'll make new memories. We'll be okay." Ethan, moved by his son's courage and resilience, felt a spark of hope ignite within him. Together, they embarked on a journey of healing, facing the challenges of their new reality with a renewed sense of purpose and determination. As the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, Ethan and Lucas slowly began to rebuild their lives. They found comfort in the simple things, laughter, adventure, and the quiet moments they shared together. Ethan, once a successful financial advisor, rediscovered his passion for photography, capturing the beauty of the world through the lens of his camera. Lucas, with his father's guidance, began to explore his own creativity, finding solace in the world of art, just like his mother. As Ethan and Lucas navigated the complexities of their new life, they came to realize that the wounds of the past would always remain, but they didn't. As the months went by, Ethan and Lucas continued to rebuild their lives. They faced many challenges, but they always found a way to overcome them together. Ethan's photography business began to flourish, and Lucas's artistic talents were recognized by his school and the local community. One day, Ethan received an offer to showcase his photographs at a local art gallery. He was thrilled and immediately accepted the offer. The night of the exhibition arrived, and the gallery was packed with people. Ethan's photographs were a huge success, and he received many compliments and accolades. As Ethan was basking in the glory of his success, he noticed a familiar face in the crowd. It was Ava, his estranged wife. She looked different, her hair was shorter, and she had a more confident air about her. Ethan felt a mix of emotions, anger, sadness, and confusion. Ava approached Ethan and Lucas, and for a moment, they just stared at each other. Ethan didn't know what to say, but Lucas broke the silence. "Mom," he said, his voice trembling with emotion. Ava knelt down and hugged Lucas tightly. "I'm so sorry, baby," she said, tears streaming down her face. "I was wrong to leave you and your father. I was selfish and stupid." Ethan watched the scene unfold, his heart heavy with emotion. He didn't know if he could ever forgive Ava for what she had done, but he knew that he had to try for Lucas's sake. Over the next few weeks, Ava began to rebuild her relationship with Lucas. She attended his school events, helped him with his homework, and took him on outings. Ethan watched from a distance, still wary of Ava's intentions. But as he saw how much joy Ava brought to Lucas's life, he began to soften. He realized that he had been holding onto his anger and resentment for too long, and it was time to let go. Ethan and Ava began to talk, tentatively at first, but gradually more openly. They discussed their past, their mistakes, and their regrets. Ethan learned that Ava had been struggling with depression and anxiety, and that her affair with Julian had been a desperate attempt to escape her unhappiness. Ava, in turn, learned about Ethan's struggles to raise Lucas on his own, and the sacrifices he had made for their son. She was amazed by Ethan's strength and resilience, and she felt ashamed of her own weakness. As the months went by, Ethan, Ava, and Lucas slowly began to rebuild their lives together. They faced many challenges, but they always found a way to overcome them as a family. Ethan and Ava's marriage was far from perfect, but they had learned to communicate, to forgive, and to appreciate each other. Lucas was happy to have his parents back together, and he thrived in the loving and supportive environment they created for him. The Smith story was one of redemption, forgiveness, and the power of love to heal even the deepest wounds. They had faced the darkness and had emerged stronger, wiser, and more grateful for each other. Years later, when Lucas was grown and had children of his own, he would look back on the difficult times his family had faced and be grateful for the lessons they had learned. He would remember the pain and the struggle, but also the love and the forgiveness that had ultimately healed their family. And as he looked at his own children, he would know that he had been given a second chance, a chance to create a better life for himself and his family. He would vow to make the most of it, to cherish and protect his loved ones, and to never take their love and support for granted. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button, it really helps the channel. And if you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a jaw-dropping story like this. And if you love these kinds of stories, check out this next video right here, point to suggested video. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.